Hey guys, we're going to give you guys a quick tutorial on how to set your aircraft up, from installing batteries, installing camera, setting up your crystal sky, your descendants controller, and then we'll show you some basic operations of it as well. All right, let's go ahead and jump right in. When you open it up, your case comes, you got the aircraft here. You have your TV55 batteries on both ends here, your TV50s here, your crystal sky battery and your crystal sky, and the RCs right here. Rotors right up here, and your landing gear are both right here. Over here you have your two cameras, the XT2 and your Z30. All right, so the first thing you do is you pull the aircraft out, and you'll see these arms slide out, line up on the landing gear, and as you twist it, I'm sorry, not the landing gear, the rotor arm should lock in like that, and do that for all four of these until they lock. And you'll feel it get snug. You'll know it's good when it's nice and snug in there. You don't want to tighten down too much, but now we got to put our landing gear arms on. So you flip those up. Take your first gear out. It's got a little notch on the top there. You're going to kind of wiggle that and slide it in. As you get in, you'll feel it stop. That pin hole right there, that locks down inside of there. Same with this side. And kind of wiggle it as you slide it in there. Lock that down. Once that's in, you know it's good. And now we're ready to go to the next step. Okay, first thing we got to do is we got to take the caps off the sky ports. There's a little button here on the side here. You push that in, and you spin that out. Take that one off. Same with here. Spin it, take that off. Hold on to these. You don't want to lose them, put them back in the case. Now over here you got your cameras. You have your XT2 and your Z30. XT2 always goes onto Skyport slot 1. So we're going to carefully pull the camera out. And again, on the top of here, you got another little cap. Slide that cap off, put it right back in the case. Here's where it's important. So when you line these up, start with the white dot lined up with the red. Snug it in there very carefully, and then spin it till the red locks up. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing with the Z30. Pull that out of the box. Take the cap off, back in the case. Line those two up. Slide and lock. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to show you how to put the batteries in. And if you'll notice, these two batteries both have E. They're paired together. And the reason why is you want to be able to burn these batteries together at the same time, and you also want to be able to charge them at the same time. So they're always going to have the same amount of charges and the same amount of discharges. It's important to do that. So all your batteries are paired. You got D's, C's, E's, and it'll all be paired together. So just make sure you always use them together. All right, so first thing you're going to do is you're going to take the battery. There's a track right here along the battery slot, and on the back of your battery you got that same rail there. Insert that. You're going to push it in. You're going to meet some resistance. And when you get to there, you got to push it to snap. You'll hear it. That one's in. Same thing here. Opposite side. Slide along that rail. Hit the resistance. Push it and locks. All right. Now the batteries are in. To take them out, very simple. There's a button right here. I'm going to put my fingers down here, push that button in, and they both eject out. Slide it out. And now I can slide right back in again. Same thing. Okay, here's your descendants controller. Okay, they have the rechargeable WB37 batteries, and just let me show you how these go in there. You'll see the pins are over there, line up on here. You're gonna push it in from that side, and you're gonna slide it over to hear it lock. You know it's in there because it won't come out. To unlock it, obviously you push that button and then push it back the opposite direction. And that's how you take your batteries in and out of the descendants controller. Same thing with the crystal sky. On the back side, you have the same pin on that side, same battery it uses. You can use them either way, interchangeable. Put it in this side, slide it in until it locks. You'll know when it won't come out. Same thing. Push that button in, pops right out. Next, we're going to show you how to connect the crystal sky monitor to the descendants controller. The first thing we're going to do is take this. We're going to spin that up like that. The back of the crystal sky on the bottom, you'll see there's a notch there. Slides right into that like that, and then you lock it down just like this. Okay, you can put your antennas up. Basically, you want them to be pretty much at that position when you're flying. Okay, then you're gonna power it up, and the way you power up all DJI products are the same. Hit it once, hit it and hold it until you hear the beep. And then it'll turn your crystal sky on automatically. We're gonna let it go through that. Now over here, this is how we turn the aircraft batteries on. Same thing, your power button's right here. I'm gonna hit it, hold it, till the lights go all the way up to the top and counts up. And you'll see it starting to do its pre-flight check, calibration. That's how you know you're good. Okay, so the first thing you want to do when you fire it up, you're going to need to make sure that your aircraft's updated. And the way you do that, you have to have your crystal sky connected to internet. So first thing you want to do is you're going to hit this middle button on the side here. Okay, that's your settings button. Once I hit that, that menu pops up. Okay. You'll see up here I got my Wi-Fi. When I tap that, it shows me all the Wi-Fi connections available. Okay, and you're going to want to connect to your Wi-Fi there in your building. And the easiest way to do that is if you hit this bottom button now, your arrow back here. We're going to go here and you'll see where it says settings on the bottom here. I'm going to tap on settings. You'll see Wi-Fi up in the top left-hand corner. And then you're going to find your Wi-Fi. Obviously, you're going to want to turn it on, make sure it's on, then find the one you want, and then you'll connect to that one. Once you're connected, we'll come back here. You're going to have DJI Go 4 and DJI Pilot. When you're running your M210 with 2 cameras on it, you have to use DJI Pilot, okay? It has to be done. You can't run it in DJI Go 4. So we're going to connect by just touching the screen right back to DJI Pilot. And as it's doing this, up in the top corner, you're going to see it's checking version software. That's where it's going to tell you if you need an update on your aircraft or your batteries or your camera. It'll all pop right here. We're going to let it go through its cycle and make sure everything's good. Seems like it's still checking. As you can see, you'll know too, down here in the bottom, you know you have the correct camera set on when it says ZenMuse XT2 and ZenMuse Z30. Now you can see there it's saying we have an inconsistent firmware. We actually purposely put batteries that needed a firmware update on there, so we're going to say OK. And you'll see up here it's showing you it's updating the new firmware to those batteries. So we'll go ahead and let it go through that, and then when it's done, we'll show you how the rest of this works. All right, so the update's been pushed through now, and it's been done, and I'm going to show you where you can find it and make sure that everything's been updated properly. As you can see, you got manual flight and mission flight. This is going to be more your autonomous stuff. You're probably going to be more interested in the manual flight side. And as you can see, it's showing we're connected with the XT2 and the Z30. You want to make sure that shows it on there when you go connect. Just tap on the screen there, manual flight. This is going to be your checklist. Make sure all your calibrations are normal and stuff. And if you need to calibrate the compass, this is where you'll do it at. If you need to calibrate the IMU, this is where you do it at. You can see down here, we're getting little squiggly lines on our Z30. It's a simple fix. Just tap the DJI button at the top again, and then go back into manual flight. And you'll see it cleared up. It does that sometimes. Not sure why. So as you can see, we got our thermal imager here, and then this is our Z30. We can just touch the different screens, whichever one we want to pop on there. Let me show you where the updates are. So you're going to go up here to the top 3 little buttons here. You're going to tap that. You got all your you get sensors, controller, batteries, camera. But what we're looking for are these 3 dots down here. We're going to hit those dots. We're going to hit the about, and it's going to show us all our firmware that's for this aircraft. Your app version, your remote controller version, aircraft version, all of your batteries, cameras, everything. Aircraft version, check for updates. We hit that. It's going to go through its check to make sure we have the most current version. While that's spinning, you can see you can do that for all these. Check for updates for Precise Fly, your database, your batteries 1 and 2. It shows the versions on there. Down here it just says latest firmware that popped up because that's the latest firmware we have. So all your firmware is up to date on this aircraft and these batteries. And just a real quick note also, when you're looking for your serial number for the aircraft, you have your flight controller serial number and the remote controller serial number. Two places you can find it. One, flight controller serial number is right there, 095. And then if you come over here to the aircraft, you've also got it right there. You can see that. All right, now I'm going to show you guys how to put the rotors on the aircraft. You'll notice they're color coded. So you notice on the top of the rotor, there's a little gray circle around that one. And on the top of the rotor arm, there's these gray lines. Those two match up. On the other side over here, there's no gray, it's just black. So they're specific to each rotor arm. So the way these work is I'm just going to set it on top there like that, spin it around until it falls down. I'm going to hold the motor here, I'm going to push down and rotate. And you can see on there it's showing you which way to rotate. You'll know you're good when you hold the motor and you give the rotor a little bit of a twist there and it won't come off. Same thing with the other side. I set it on there, spin it around until it falls down in there. Then I'm going to hold the motor, push down, spin, and lock. Okay, so we're ready to arm the aircraft now. And how you know when you're ready to take off, it's going to say you're ready to go, vision. When you're green, that means it's connecting to satellites. Obviously, you're going to want to have, 12 to 14 satellites here. If you can see that up on the top there, it shows the number of satellites you're connected to. We're inside of a building right now, so obviously it's not going to get the optimal amount of satellites. But for this purpose, I just want to show you guys how you actually arm the aircraft. So once that's green, ready to go, basically I took the rotors off so we don't have it flying around in the office here, but take both sticks and pull down and into the corners and let go. And you can see that they're just spinning right now, ready to take off. And it's just a matter of pushing up on the left stick. And that's how it's going to take up off the ground. Now to turn the rotors off, basically just taking the left stick, bearing it down like this, and it shuts off. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to power the aircraft down. We've landed the aircraft. We're going to want to come up and turn the aircraft off. So the same way you turned it on, you're going to turn it off the same way. I'm going to hit it and hold until those lights go down. It's going to go through its shutdown procedures, the flashlights. And the aircraft shut down. Same with our controller. Power button, I'm going to hit it, hold, until you hear the beep, you know it's done. And then on the side of the crystal sky here, I got the same power button. Power that down. And now everything is shut down. All right, just a quick tutorial on how to charge your batteries. You have your crystal sky batteries, our TB55s and our TB50s. This is our charging hub. Comes in the case there. Simply, you push these down, these little wings pop out. All right, you take your AC adapter cord. You have two different ports, a small one and a large one. The smaller one goes onto your charging hub for the TB55s and TB50 batteries. Very simple. You'll notice, again, it's got a track on the bottom of the battery on both sides. It has to line up on your track on the hub. So we're going to slide that on there very carefully. Once we get it to there, I'm going to give it a little push. Lock in. You'll notice the green light comes on. That means it's starting to charge that one. Same with the next one. Put on the track. They'll snap in. Do all four of them. It charges two batteries at one time. And then it'll start charging the other two. It'll start charging the two lowest batteries first. Obviously, these are all fully charged. That's why it's solid green. Otherwise, it'd be flashing. Now, our WB37 charging hub. Pop that in the side there. You hear it beep. Same thing. Take the pin side down. You'll see inside there. We slide that down in there. Goes on. That means it's starting to charge. So that's it for the quick setup for the M210. If you guys have any questions regarding any other things you've seen here or have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us at our 1-800 number. It's 800-548-5844. Thanks.